Good afternoon and welcome to Weekends Miami Beach. My name is Chef Brittnie Matz, and along with my co-host Diego Caiola, we bring you local personalities, local celebrities, and we also sit down with them and talk about upcoming major events happening in the city, grand openings, major exhibitions happening in the city, everything happening in the 305. So, Diego Caiola, welcome.
Sir, another day in paradise. Look at this. Unbelievable,
Yeah.
huh? And you wanted to do this podcast in the studio.
This is our studio.
This is our studio.
Welcome to the Indian Creek Waterway, Friday at 5 p.m. So thank you, Diego. You had a big weekend, right?
Big weekend, yeah. We did South Beach Film Festival. Thank God that's over. It was 20 events in 3 days. It was crazy. Now we have Festival Viva Argentina coming up in about 6 weeks, so we're working on that right now.
Okay, so that's an Argentinian festival coming up.
It's the biggest Argentine festival in Florida. Yeah, we do about 8,000 people. It's a lot of fun. Obviously, I'm Argentinian, so it's a lot of fun putting it together.
Wonderful. The film festival, the South Beach Film Festival, was the first, an inaugural.
Yeah, it was the first one. Thanks for coming by. You too, Alex. Thanks for coming by.
Great.
We had the kickoff party at the Angler. It was a lot of fun.
We went to the opening and closing party, and both were slamming.
Yeah, and you came with your tuxedo. Thank you so much for being so formal.
Well, I thought
Well, you came from the gala, right?
We did. We came from the Miami Beach
I heard
Chamber
that was
Gala
incredible.
after. We had a wonderful time. A very good show. 99th time they do this.
Wow.
Which is pretty
I
impressive.
might go to the 100th.
You're definitely got to be at the 100th.
Yeah, I got to
No doubt.
start saving up now because I heard it was a great event.
Diego, I am so honored to present. Today we've got really like two mentions.
Good guys.
Wonderful members of our community.
Yeah.
So
I
welcome
mean,
them. Go
yeah,
ahead.
they're friends of ours, right? We've known them for
Yep.
a few years. Always available, always really friendly, always really great people. And today we have is Commissioner Alex Fernandez and his better half, or his husband, right?
Yeah.
Robert Wolfarth.
Correct.
All right, I got the last
There you
name
go.
correct. Thanks for being here, guys.
It's wonderful to be here with both you, Diego,
Yeah,
and
we love
Bernie.
the energy. We love having you guys around. Every time we see you at events or anything like that, we always have such a great time. So we said, we got to have them here at the show with some drinks. Right?
Listen, it's Friday. We're riding into the weekend, and the backdrop couldn't be better.
It's beautiful.
Guys,
Yeah.
thank you
Really
so much
so
for joining
beautiful.
us. I'll cheers to that.
Cheers.
There you go.
All right.
Thanks for coming on the show, guys. Thank you.
Our pleasure.
Guys, this week our sponsor is Sauza Tequila. As you see, I've got a bottle of Sauza. Today, Robert told us that his favorite tequila drink is a watermelon margarita. So that's what we're having. Thank you. With fresh squeezed watermelon. It's really nice, right?
It's delicious. It's
Anyway,
wonderful.
Sauza Tequila is so good. It's what we use in the well. I think it's one of the, Diego, when it comes to tequila, it's really about drinking smooth, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't really like the mezcla, the drink. It's kind of tequila.
That's smoked tequila.
Yeah, that tastes too weird for me.
Too weird for you,
Yeah.
but silver tequila is just
It's
right.
great. Yeah. Supposedly, it's much better, the clear one for your body instead of the yellow one, because the yellow one has chemicals and stuff like that. So if you're a tequila drinker, drink the clear one.
Okay. For those of you that do know a little bit about tequila, Reposado is aged tequila. It doesn't have any chemicals. So they're both really good for you. I also recommend Añejo, which goes over 3 years when you're drinking tequila.
Yep.
All right, and that's a little bit more brown because it's been aged. Remember, this is made with agave. Anyways, Sauza is the best tequila that I found for mixing. When you're mixing it with fruit, with lime juice and so forth, not to drink straight, okay, but when you're mixing cocktails, Sauza tequila. And Alex, you know it's getting hot,
That's
right?
right.
Guys, the summer's coming in. So what we're doing is making sure we're drinking plenty of Sauza tequila over the weekend to stay hydrated.
There you go.
Okay.
Good. All
You
right.
got there, right?
Yeah.
You say so.
Gentlemen.
Thank you for the tequila education.
Yes. Today we have joining us Commissioner Alex Fernandez and his partner Robert Wolfarth.
There you go.
Excellent.
Oh, wow.
How'd I do?
Excellent.
There you go.
You already got 10 points.
Yeah.
There.
I'm starting with 10 points.
Most people say Wolfarth.
Wolfarth is what I wanted to say, but I know there's
But
an
it's
H
Wolfarth.
there at the end.
TH, yes.
TH,
It's a
with the
TH
H at the end.
Guys, welcome us
We're
so
not in
much.
third
Diego,
grade anymore.
Why not? It's fun. It's Friday.
Diego, if you had to choose, all
Yeah.
right, you have to choose.
Yeah.
Which one? I mean, which one would you say is nicer?
Between both of them?
Yeah.
They're like twins. I don't know. It's really hard. I mean, you can tell they kind of dress alike, right?
Yeah.
They kind of same
No,
personality.
but don't.
They both have great smiles.
Stop with the
I don't know.
politicking. Which one do you think is nicer?
Nicer?
Yes, I mean, out of both.
I don't
of
know.
them.
I have to go with Alex because I know him longer and he's a commissioner. He always helps out. But, Robert's a great person because behind every great person, there's another great person. So
Absolutely
I
true.
think it's Robert. Yeah.
Robert
Very,
is always
very
smiling.
diplomatic answer. My
He is always
answer, of
smiling.
course, is Robert. I think he's a little nicer.
All right,
Although
we
they're
got a
both
tie,
nice.
guys.
Oh,
We have a tie.
They're both nice. Robert's a little nicer. Okay.
Yes,
All
I
right,
agree
guys,
with
here we go. They both are natives to South Florida. And we love having natives on, of course, because we're natives. Basically, I'm a native. You're pretty much a native, adopted from Argentina when you were little.
Yep.
Taken from Argentina and brought over here to the United States.
Well, not taken. I was brought
You were
by my parents,
voluntarily
yes.
brought over by your parents?
Yes.
When you were 6. Let's see, Robert grew up here in Miami Beach, right? Alex grew up, you grew up in Morningside over in Miami.
That's right. Miami's
Right.
my hometown.
Wow, Morningside.
Yeah.
Morningside,
That's fancy.
Back in the day.
It,
Yep.
it wasn't fancy back when I was growing up there. But it was still a wonderful neighborhood with
Beautiful
lots of
neighborhood
kids.
near the water, a lot of homes there on Biscayne
Yeah.
Bay. Alex, like I did, my parents couldn't afford to buy a house near the water, so we grew up in Westchester.
West
right?
of Westchester.
You
Not
grew
even
up west-
Westchester. It's like you got to go a little bit further west. Than
Is that
Westchester.
unincorporated Dade? Like
Unincorporated Dade
Miccosukee?
County.
In
Yeah,
Miccosukee?
actually, not too far from the Miccosukee.
Alex,
Yeah.
you went to high school in Belém?
I went to middle school in
Middle school in Belém, and then you went to Gulliver.
And then I went to Gulliver.
Oh, right.
And then I left Belen, and I thought I was leaving behind some of those kids.
Yes.
And then I'd show up the first day at Gulliver,
And they were all there at Gulliver.
They were all there. It's like, how does this happen?
Well, I mean, you were fortunate. Your parents sent you to private school. I went to
Yes.
Coral Park. But
Hey.
either way, it was all good. Robert went to Archbishop Curley
Oh, nice. That's a
there
good school.
in Central Florida, in Central Miami, which became Central High, right? After?
Well, when I was there, it merged with the all-girls school, Notre Dame. So we went from a ratio of many boys to the opposite, many girls that were
I
there. But the
love
school
that.
no longer exists because they are redeveloping that property for New World High School.
Wonderful.
Wow.
All right.
All right, so Robert goes to school at Cornell, UF. Alex goes to FIU. Robert has a brief stint in California, but then you come back in 1989, just in time for a major real estate boom here in Miami Beach. You get into the real estate business. You're a young man, right?
A very young man.
He's
at
a
that
young
point.
man, just a little bit more than a teenager, and you start with your family, right? With your father.
Yeah, my father and I
You
were
guys
partners.
start buying homes, fixing them up, selling them.
Correct.
Right? And then right after that, you got into buying multi-unit properties here in Miami Beach.
Correct.
And you would condo convert them, right?
That's right. We did many projects on Miami Beach and all throughout South Florida. And it's
Amazing.
great
So
business.
obviously, Robert's had a wonderful real estate career. Fast forward almost 35 years. Robert, now you just pretty much manage the properties, right? That you've kept some of these
That's correct.
better properties and you manage them.
That's correct.
Okay. Now, Alex, let's see. You guys meet in 2006, right?
That's true.
You guys
Yeah.
meet for the first time in 2006,
Sorry.
right? You're down at
That's
the
right.
county. Alex is down there
County
working,
Hall. Yes, Miami-Dade
right?
County Hall.
And you ran into him.
Well,
right?
I was down.
He pretended to be lost.
I pretended to be lost. I had an appointment with the tax assessor. I was in the lobby of County Hall, and I saw this young gentleman from across the room,
Right.
and he was with some other people. And when the crowd kind of broke up, I walked up and I said, "Do you know which floor the county assessor's office is on?"
Nice move.
I knew which floor it
You
was.
already knew, right?
So we got to chatting a little bit, and we exchanged cards, and
Except after he asked me what floor the county assessor's office was at, I started emailing him and reaching out, and then he was playing hard to get.
Oh.
He was playing hard to get.
But Alex is very
Nice.
persistent.
I am very.
And we ended up
persistent,
having a
yes.
first date at Oliver's on West Avenue, which
Yeah.
Love
was
it.
turned out to be a 4-hour dinner. And I found out Alex and I had so much in common. We come from different backgrounds, but we're both native Miamians, and we love South Florida.
But the best part is, so we had a 4-hour dinner after we met at Oliver's, and then like the next day he tells me, I'm going out of town to Mexico for 3 weeks, and I was like, oh God, I never.
But I didn't. But I did invite you to go with me.
You did.
Wow, after one day.
After
Who
one
goes
day.
out of the country?
It's a
I
little
do know.
presumptuous, but so far, Robert, I love your moves. I love the asking for directions and then playing a little hard to get. Obviously, it worked because just a couple of years later, you guys moved in together, right?
That's right.
Few
Very
months.
shortly.
Alex,
Yeah.
you
A few
plucked-
months later, not years, few months later.
Sorry, a few months later, you plucked Alex out of Westchester and you guys came down here and moved to the beach.
We did. We lived on Bay Road for many years before we moved into our house on Chase Avenue now.
Awesome. Alex then you started working on Maddie Herrera Bauer's campaign, right? That's how you get into politics?
Well,
Here on
yeah,
the beach.
Yeah, here on the beach. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I've been working previously I've been working in government and politics since I was about 15, 16
That's
years
right.
old.
You were
Oh, wow.
you were in county politics
For a long time,
but you
but-
moved to the beach in 2009, and you get involved in Maddie's campaign.
Yeah, well, actually, my mother-in-law, Robert's mother, introduced me to Maddie, Robert and I actually, to Maddie Bauer at a Michael Gongora fundraiser at Touch Restaurant on Lincoln Road. So this is
Wow.
really
Very
going
well.
back
That's
in
when
the day.
Touch was there.
course.
Yeah, I
And
remember
ever
Touch.
since that day that Maddie and I met, we just created this bond. We just really got to know each other, love each other very much. And I started working at her campaign the next day, and it's been history ever since. We've
Two
been
wonderful
great.
personalities of Miami Beach. Certainly, Maddie Bauer is still with us. She just had a street named after her.
15th
And God
Street.
bless it, she's been a mentor to you and to a lot of other hardworking, people that donate their
Democrats.
time.
A lot of hardworking
A lot of hard-working Democrats.
Maddie is the matriarch of Miami Beach.
You know
She really
something?
is.
Absolutely.
I know a lot of people in the government, in the past government. I probably just met her one time.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, never really, have a conversation or nothing like that. But I know you guys love her a lot, and she's really.
You know, the
helpful.
great thing about Maddie is that she cares about the little people. And she also doesn't look at parties or who you like. She just cares about people.
Yeah.
About people and making sure that they have opportunities. And she's got a really great heart.
Yeah, I got to meet her.
Maddie's
one day.
everybody's
Yeah.
wonderful grandmother at this
She
point,
is.
and what a wonderful experience. Alex, you go to work for Dee Dee Whitehouse, Commissioner Dee Dee Whitehorn.
Yes.
Yes, in 2011. So then you really get into it. You see the nuts and bolts. You guys finally decide to tie the knot in 2015.
That's correct.
Right?
We
After-
got married in the middle of June 2015 in Washington, D.C. It
Right
was
before the historic
2 weeks
ruling.
before the historic meeting, and it was very meaningful because we got married in a place called the Florida House, which is directly across from the Supreme Court. So what turned out to be almost eloping to D.C. to get married
It was
because it was
supposed to be.
legal then. We ended up having about 70 people. We maxed out the Florida House, and it was an absolutely beautiful
We
ceremony.
just wanted to have a small ceremony of maybe a dozen people, and then your mom ended up inviting like the entire world, and we ended up with like 70 people there.
Oh.
So
Well, we-
next month is your 10th. What's happening for the 10 year?
Yeah.
You know,
Is- Who's
10-year
planning
anniversary
it?
coming up.
he plans everything.
Okay, you're planning.
I have a feeling we'll be campaigning during that time
There
period.
you go.
That's right, because Alex Fernandez runs in 2021 for Miami Beach City Commissioner. What group?
Group 3.
Group 3, and becomes victorious. He becomes our commissioner since 21. And of course, Diego, you know that Alex has already filed to run for re-election.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's done such a great job. I can't imagine any reason not for him to continue. I can't even imagine anybody to run against him.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going
So,
to run against you.
good luck, Alex. Good
Thank
luck in
you.
your campaign.
Thank
Whatever
you.
we can do, whatever good word we can put in
Exactly.
is certainly a genuine good word.
And I have to tell you, if I'm an effective commissioner, it's because I have the support of Robert and those who surround me, my friends. And this is really what influences me. It's the people around us. And that's the only way we can be good public servants. And so it's this guy right here.
Well, let me just say, Alex puts his heart and soul into
Yeah,
it, and
yeah.
this is not just a full-time job, but he lives the role and he lives the constituents and he lives making for Miami Beach a much better place
Well,
for
the
all
partnership
residents.
has also given you the opportunity to make it a full-time situation. It's not supposed to be a full-time
not
situation.
supposed to be.
It's actually, as a commissioner, it's a part-time gig, and that's what it's paid for. But luckily in yours, I know that you're there at your office
Yeah.
all the time. If anybody needs to reach Alex Fernandez for anything.
Oh, my
in,
God.
In fact, I had a really good friend who has a business here for 47 years, never been acknowledged by the city. I called Alex, and Alex right away took care of it.
Nice.
So thank you, Alex.
Of course.
All right, so you guys know that Diego and I, as partners now in this podcast, have challenged the two of you to a very special game of what I call Miami Beach Newlywed Game. You guys remember that game?
Absolutely. Challenge accepted.
I love
And
it.
the challenge is accepted. Now, guys, we're playing for bragging rights today. All right?
Okay.
I'd say that the winner gets to say they're the dynamic duo of Miami Beach.
Yeah.
All right? So this is bragging rights. If we win, we get to say, and if you guys win, you guys are obviously, I'd say they're the champions.
I
You
hope
guys
they are because they're actually a couple.
And we're-
You know, we're
That'd
just
be
doing this
scary.
show. I mean, so
That'd be
hopefully you guys
scary.
win.
After 19 years, I think we should know each other pretty well.
Yes.
All right. Well, because Diego and I know each other pretty well.
Not that well,
Okay.
but we know each other well.
All
yes.
right. Well, guys, it's my honor to let you guys know that today we have a very, very special guest host on Miami Beach Newlywed Game. Give me 1 second here. You can always expect the unexpected on the Newlywed Game. Today, it's a very special Miami Beach edition of the Newlywed Game. And now, here's your host, the star of Miami Beach Newlywed Game, the youngest ever and most dynamic president and CEO of the Miami Beach Chamber of Commerce, Brittnie Bassant.
Thank you. I am so excited to be on this. Are you guys ready to play the Newlywed Game?
Absolutely.
Yes, we're
Okay,
ready.
so couple of things. Robert, you're already giving away points. You gave away 10 points
That's
earlier.
right, 10 points.
Alex, if you're an effective commissioner, you are one of the most effective commissioners
Thank
our
you.
city has ever had, so take that back. And then you guys are going up against 2 decades of experience here.
Yeah,
You
no.
know that, right?
Right.
Yeah, they're going to
Okay.
win.
That's
All
right.
right.
No, they're not.
Okay, all right,
No way.
all right. So we're gonna get started.
Here we go.
Let's
Okay,
do this.
Bernie and Robert, I'm gonna ask you guys questions about Alex and Diego. So Alex and Diego, I need to get your answers ready.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Where are my
So I'm gonna.
answers?
Your answers are behind.
Right behind
Okay,
you.
so what am I
Yeah.
supposed to do?
Reach behind you.
Reach behind you and grab your answers. Okay. So I'm gonna start with Robert.
Yes.
Robert, tell me, what's Alex's? Everything is on Miami Beach. This is
Right.
the Miami Beach,
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
What is Alex's favorite place for a burger on Miami Beach?
Well, I hope he gets this one right because it's a recent favorite.
Recent favorite.
Recent favorite, yes. And we've been to La Poubelle in North Beach a couple of times. And every time I go there, I get the burger because it's served from the restaurant that's next door, which is the Silver
Wait,
Bistro.
wait, wait.
But what's Alex's favorite burger?
I think
Yeah.
that's his favorite burger.
Yeah.
You think, okay. Okay.
I, I'm hoping that he thinks that
Okay.
it's his.
I
If
want to.
not,
I want to
am I
guess.
supposed to
Can
show
I
my
guess what
answer now?
Alex's favorite burger is?
Yes.
Just to see if I know Alex better.
Okay, let's see. Let's see who knows Alex better. What do you
I
think
think
is
Alex's favorite burger is my favorite burger, which is at Motec.
Now, you see, Brittany, that's my favorite burger.
All right. Do I show now?
All right.
Show
Okay.
the answer.
What's the answer?
It's complicated.
Oh my lord! He has caveats on
He's
his
got a whole
answer.
paragraph
It's
there.
complicated. So my favorite burger is the Ayaris burger at Motec.
Oh,
all
my
right. This
goodness.
is Brittany.
What?
Brittany knows me for a really long time, but I really miss Fat Ronnie's.
Oh,
The burgers
Fat
at Fat
Ronnie's.
Ronnie's on
It's great.
Lincoln Road. Okay, I really that's great. But
All right.
when I'm with my friend Carla Probus,
Yes.
we love
Everybody
the
knows
Boucher,
Carla.
the Boucher burger at the Betsy Hotel.
Yes.
That is
That's
a
good.
killer burger.
So do you?
right
You don't
there.
get the points though, right?
No points.
That's
No
correct.
Oh,
points.
bummer.
Robert, I
Three
gave you
options.
three options.
Three options.
Three places you could have
Now
picked.
that tells you Miami Beach has some pretty great burgers
Yes,
to choose
yes.
from.
They do.
Okay,
By
all
the
right.
way, Brittany gets 10 points. Robert gets 0.
I'm playing
Here we go.
for bragging rights dynamic duo with Alex over here.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, all right, Bernie. What's Diego's favorite burger place on Miami Beach?
This could be tough because I know that he's got like 3 favorites, but I think he gave it away a couple of weeks ago. All right, so he loves the guy from Burgermeister. Don't call him Alex. His name is Alexander.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Exactly. He also likes that Argentinian, that little hole in the wall that's down the block from Burgers and Shakes, that little Argentinian burger joint. But the other day he said something, he was so impressed about how it was like a homemade patty that I'm going to say the burger at Big Pink.
What did he get?
Big
There you go.
He listens to me.
10 points.
You see,
points.
Robert,
He
just
listens to
listen
me.
to your partner. There we go.
Okay,
Nice.
all right. You're leading. You're
You guys
leading.
better
Robert,
win.
you're going to make a
We
comeback.
even can't win the newlywed game.
Robert,
we got two more opportunities.
Robert, you got this. You got
All
this,
right.
okay?
Next.
Favorite, I know you guys don't look it, but favorite pizza spot when you guys go out for pizza.
There are a lot of great
Well,
pizza
apparently
places.
he has caveats on his answers.
So I'm going to give you 3 options.
That's
so
not
it's
even
gonna
fair.
So I think we love the most authentic Italian pizza. I think that Miami Beach is on Espanola Way, and it's
Yes.
La Legenda.
Yes, La Legenda.
That's real
Yes.
Napolitan.
Such a great
Yes,
Yes.
yes, that's
But
such a great
I
spot.
see Alex as being difficult today, so I'm going to say
I am
La
never,
Locale.
never,
But my
difficult.
first choice is La Legenda.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
but what's your final answer, Robert?
La Legenda, that's it.
That's your
Legenda.
final
But
answer?
yes,
Okay.
but I'm saying that if it's not, then the option in there is going to be for Locale.
Lucali?
Yeah.
Okay.
Both great
okay.
spots.
Okay. All right. I'm not gonna guess. I mean, I could, but I'm not gonna guess.
No,
this
you
one.
gotta guess.
You want me to guess
Yeah,
it?
of course.
All right. So Alex and I used to work together, right?
We did.
Long time
Long
ago.
time
so I
ago.
know him like on that backside of things, and I say that he can't resist a good like fast food
Yes.
pizza. I'm gonna go Papa John's.
Oh
Really?
my goodness.
Papa John's?
Damn.
Wow.
So
There's actually a
I'm
Papa
gonna
John's
donate all of my points to
There's
Robert.
a Papa John's on 15th and Lennox.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
All right. So it depends.
Go ahead.
It
Oh.
depends.
It depends.
It depends. It's usually, if you're doing dinner, it's locale.
Locale
Oh,
is really
you
good.
said Locale.
I did say
But-
Locale.
Yeah, he did say
But
locale.
if it's late at night, you've been to a really bad gala with no good food, and you just need a quick dinner, then it's Papa John's. Now, I do have to say,
Brittnie is
I do have to
killing
say-
No,
it.
she's killing it.
I do have to say,
We're gonna
the Miami Beach Chamber of Commerce at its 99th year gala had amazing
food.
And if you ever go to a gala at the convention center, the Miami Beach Convention Center, Sodexo, also has tremendous food. And I'd be remiss not to say Blossom in North Beach.
Good one on Blossom.
Oh my
Excellent.
God.
Blossom,
Yeah,
where
by,
in North
by,
Beach?
by the slice.
Right there by the
pound.
Argentinian
Yes.
burger place that you
Yes.
like.
Blossom.
good.
So we also have some pretty good
Those are the
pizza.
people that were on Lincoln Road forever. Next Cafe. Remember Next Cafe?
Next
Next
Cafe.
Cafe.
That's Blossom.
That used to be a great
All
spot.
right.
That's kick
All
ass.
right,
spot.
Bernie.
Yeah, I agree. Okay.
Bernie.
Go ahead. Ready.
What do you think Diego's
Best pizza?
favorite pizza
Okay.
spot in Miami Beach is?
It's not Miami Beach. His favorite pizza, everybody knows, is Steve's Pizza, North Miami, old school. I think he's just trying to be cool saying Steve's, whatever. It's not the best pizza. Miami Beach, okay, everybody knows my favorite by far is Mr. 01, and then I'm going to say Lucali number 2. But Diego's a little more street. If I know my partner,
Street.
he's a little more street. He doesn't like the fancy pizzas. I'm gonna say Pizza Rutica.
Very good. All very good.
I don't know. Let's
Answer
see.
is Manolo.
Manolo's. What?
For pizza?
For
Come
pizza.
on, Diego.
way.
Looks like for a burger.
It's
have
an
pizza.
Argentine
Come on.
style pizza. It's kind
Okay.
of thick. It's made with leña, which is wood in Argentina, and that's a
Freshly
typical
chopped.
Argentine pizza. It's kind of thick, a lot of crust, really good pizza.
That's
Okay.
like Cuban pizza.
Yeah.
That's like Bernie. Do you
Okay.
make Cuban pizza?
We don't, and I'm not talking to Diego right now.
That's okay, because I'm going to have Alex take me to Manolo's tonight for pizza.
Oh, there you go. I
Okay.
love that.
All right, I'm
Taking
gonna
you up on that,
I'm gonna
Robert.
join you guys at Manolo's later.
Nah,
Dale.
Alrighty, Robert. Last shot here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bakeries. What's Alex's favorite? And this one I don't know. I mean, it's a
no?
shot in the dark for
Okay,
me.
well, so I'm going to change my answer
Oh,
now that
my
I know
Lord.
the direction we're going, and I'm going to
Bakeries.
take a cue from our friend Carla Probus.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So
Carla's name is coming up a lot here.
Yes, she is.
She
Carla
keeps
Probus.
us nice and plump.
She's an
Carla has
influencer.
great taste in bakeries.
She does.
And she really has turned me on to a fabulous bakery that's in Sunset Harbor. So we have a lot of great
Maman? Are you gonna
bakeries.
say Maman?
What's that?
What do you- no, go ahead.
No. Okay, so
I'm like so excited.
yeah. So the favorite of Carla is the True Loaf, which is in Sunset Harbor.
Oh, everybody
Wonderful
knows
bakery.
that.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that.
Okay.
What's Alex's favorite?
What's Alex's
Yeah,
favorite?
that's
you're
Alex's
gonna, okay, you're
favorite.
gonna say that.
I'm gonna stick with that.
I'm shot in the dark on this one. So Alex, what's
What-
your answer?
Go ahead, Alex.
Okay, so this was a real
Caveat.
this was a real toss up.
Yes.
A real toss up because I love True Loaf.
We're gonna
True
try
Loaf
that.
is
Oh,
great.
you
Yes.
got
They
it.
have amazing brownies, guys. Amazing brownies.
Cookies, too.
Bud.
Cookies.
Batant Bakery. Batant Bakery on Washington Avenue,
Yes.
next to the
Yes.
Wilsonian.
Across from the police station.
Oh, right there,
Those
yeah.
Jerusalem bagels.
Yes.
Yep.
Those
The
croissants.
pistachio crystal. Oh my God, they're so good.
The sandwiches.
I'm sorry, where is this place?
Yeah, right next to Wilsonian.
Washington.
They've been there for a bit
Oh,
already.
yeah,
Yes.
of course. Where Le Chic used to be forever.
Yeah.
That little place, yeah.
Yes, but if you come to North Beach, on Collins Avenue, we have so many good Argentinian bakeries.
for sure.
They are incredible. And so my favorite ones, in fact, are those like little hole in the walls that there's
Yeah.
like an abuela working behind the counter they're making you the cafecito. Those are my favorite ones. But I don't know, there's something about batons and
The croissants.
that
Beautiful.
croissant.
Yeah.
We
Brittnie.
have great options.
Oh, ready.
Bernie,
Next.
are
Yes.
you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready? What's Diego's favorite bakery?
Okay. I also believe that the best bakery in Miami Beach, along with Carla Probus, by far is True Loaf. Tomas is a friend of mine.
Yes. He's a sweetheart.
He doesn't care. He's crazy and he makes crazy stuff. I don't think he cares if he makes
brownie.
money or not, which is a good thing.
Oh.
He's just having fun over there. So it's amazing. I'm going to say True Loaf. But knowing my
But for
Argentinian
Diego.
partner, and that's a little bit too uppity and she for him, I also think he hangs out up there in North Beach. Got to be Argentinian. I'm going to say Buenos Aires.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. That's so good.
All
The
right,
cake's
all right,
there.
All right.
My favorite bakery is Moises Bakery.
Oh, it's either
Joaquin,
Moises,
Joaquin
of
owns that.
course.
He's been there
Yes.
for almost 35 years.
Ugh.
But he's Venezuelan, but they do a mix of Argentinian, Colombian. They do everything there. And they've been there 35 years.
That was
It's
my
right
second
next to
choice.
Manolo.
That would have been my
Yeah.
second
And he's
choice.
a really great guy. I mean, excellent person.
Yeah.
But the food there is incredible.
Now,
All right.
I need to say
Okay.
something else. If you have not had un pastelito de pizza from Pinecrest Bakery, you need to do yourself a favor
Okay.
and get a pizza pastelito
Oh, wow.
from Pinecrest Bakery.
That's old school, and that's reminding Alex of the old
That-
days back in Westchester. Okay,
There you go,
ready?
yes.
Okay, so end of round one.
Okay.
We're tied up.
Okay.
10-10.
Okay.
Okay? All right. So, Alex, you're going to have to give me great answers here for Robert. Diego, let's see how well you know Bernie, but we are tied up heading into the second and
suspense
final
is killing me.
round. I don't think I have like a
Suspense.
tiebreaker question either, so
You
we're gonna
don't.
have to.
You'll
we're
make
gonna-
one up.
We'll make one up. We'll make one up. Okay.
All right.
Alrighty. We're gonna start with Alex with our
All right.
guest. Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Let me
And
grab my
Robert, you got your
paper.
answers ready? I'm gonna take these away. Just so
Oh, wait,
there's
give
no
me one as a
confusion.
fan.
Okay.
Oh.
Here we go.
Sorry.
Let's do this.
He's feeling the pressure. He's feeling the pressure.
It's just-
Okay.
it's
All
hot
right.
outside.
Robert.
Yes.
What is Alex's favorite spot in Miami Beach for sushi?
We
No.
get
No.
Wait, no, it's Alex.
Oh,
answering
Alex,
Robert.
Alex. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm just so
Alex.
used to Robert.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Alex, what's Robert's favorite spot for sushi in Miami Beach?
Okay. I would say it depends. It depends.
So many.
all the
caveats.
answers depend.
Well,
Depende.
Depende de qué. So,
Is it raining outside? What's going on?
if we're ordering out,
Yeah.
there's this place.
He doesn't feel like getting out of bed.
Hoshi. Hoshi.
Yes, Hoshi's the best.
Hoshi
on
is
Washington 15.
It is great.
And they're
but-
there at your house like in 12 minutes.
Yes.
I don't know how they do it.
Incredible.
It's
Incredible.
amazing. I agree there.
But Robert loves the true places that have been in Miami Beach forever, the institutions. And Tony Sushi is just emblematic to Miami Beach. Not only is it great food, but it's part of the Miami Beach culture. You're really
sure.
not a true Miami Beach resident until you've had dinner at Tony's Sushi.
Tony's been there since the
Okay,
late
Robert,
80s.
let's
Robert,
reveal
let's
those
see it.
answers.
And
Did Alex get it right?
Let's see.
Let's see. Hoshi Sushi at Carrot.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yes.
got it.
Yay.
You got it. Yeah.
Awesome.
And I love Tony's. I think it's one of the longest standing restaurants in Miami
Not
Beach.
so close.
So kudos to them.
Amazing.
All right.
Amazing.
I
All right.
can't believe you guys got Hoshi's. That's amazing that
All
you
right.
guys
All
do
right.
that.
So we're
All right.
2010.
Yeah.
Diego.
I mean, I haven't eaten any sushi with Bernie
Nope.
lately or any time, I think, right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think so. But I think the same thing. I think Hoshi is probably your spot. You seem like a Hoshi guy.
No, I'm not a Hoshi guy.
What are you?
I'm a Tony's guy.
I could have
Does
guessed
Robert get double points? I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But yeah, I should have known because I think you said Tony's before.
Of course, it's got to
Yeah.
be Tony's.
Yeah.
There's no other places to eat sushi besides maybe Nobu.
Nobu's
Okay.
also good.
Well, also
That's
Blue
good.
Ribbon.
Blue Ribbon.
Blue
That's
Ribbon
my
is
spot.
Blue Ribbon would have been my
That's
second
my
spot.
Blue Ribbon.
Blue Ribbon.
Okay,
All right.
moving on. Alex.
And by the way, in the beautiful Plymouth Hotel,
Yes.
Yep.
such a
Gorgeous.
beautiful Art Deco building, really in our nationally designated architecture district. So not only do you get good sushi, but you get to enjoy
Great
the
architecture.
architectural design of Miami.
Yeah, that
Beach.
ambience is beautiful.
All right.
Alrighty,
Let's
Alex.
go.
Next question. What is the go-to romantic restaurant if Robert's choosing?
But that is so simple. Alex is cooking at home. That is, that is such a...
Rack another 10 points up there.
Really?
I don't even need to show you the card.
Okay. Oh, yeah. That's the answer, 100%.
So,
Is that
okay,
right?
so romantic. I don't know. Are we romantic guys?
On our anniversaries?
Yeah.
Yeah. On our
anniversary.
birthdays, we're very
giving,
romantic.
He's giving you some hints
Yeah.
here.
You see, we go to the same places always.
Right.
And so I would say either George's up here in North Beach. I love George's.
Very romantic.
And I think we both like George's.
Is that your final answer?
Or La Grande Boucherie, which is so beautiful in the gardens. So either, I don't know, either
Think of your
George's or La
birthday.
Grande
Think of your
Boucherie.
birthday.
Okay. Oh, no.
Okay, George's
no
and the
giving
Grand
clues.
Boucherie. Those are the two that we're going to
Okay.
Go on.
50-50 with.
Robert.
So
What's
the
the
answer
answer?
is on his birthday, we go to
Oh, Gianni.
Gianni.
Oh.
Yes.
Give you
Yes.
two and didn't get it. All right,
by
no
the
worries,
poolside.
no worries,
It's so
no
romantic.
worries.
By the
Okay.
way, I miss their sushi bar. They used to have a great sushi bar upstairs.
Diego,
Yes.
when you get romantic with Bernie,
Yes.
or where's Bernie's go-to romantic restaurant in Miami Beach?
I don't know. I would say he's a Smith and Walensky guy.
It's very
Are you
traditional.
Smith and Walensky guy?
Okay. Here's my move. All right, ready, guys?
Ooh, insider information.
You got to sit at Smith and Malinsky, but you got to sit outside. You can't make reservations. It's usually busy. So go to the bar, grab 2 martinis, walk down to the beach. Take your shoes and socks off, hang out at the beach, finish the martini, and then get back to your table outside at Smith and Walensky.
All right. We're tied up again.
That's
All right.
2020.
Robert.
Okay.
That's the move. Okay. if you wanna
Okay,
steal
guys,
it.
so we are
Oh, I made that
tied
move.
up.
Oh, you have?
Not with me. You haven't done that move.
Oh, that's our
Whoa.
go-to. One of those places we round often is Smith and Walensky.
That's
At the
true.
bar.
Okay,
We sit
okay.
at the bar.
We don't go barefoot though.
Okay, next.
Okay, this is
Barefoot
the last.
is very
You guys are
important.
tied up. 2020. This is the
Ooh,
last
this is it.
question.
Oh,
So this
shit.
is our tiebreaker.
Okay.
I hope. What's the best restaurant that you guys want to go to when someone else is picking up the check?
Oh, that's easy.
That's easy.
That is so easy.
Gotta get in Robert's mind here, Alex.
Yes.
Give me the
Okay.
answer.
Well, it's easy
What is
because
Robert gonna
we don't
say?
let anyone pay our meals. That is
Okay.
like my go-to. My rule number 1 is you want to have dinner with us, we got to pay our meal.
But if someone has to
Yeah.
treat you, your parents or somebody.
Right.
Well, my mom and dad did take us out to dinner, but you
Okay.
see, but they're my parents, so it's
Okay, but that's okay. So what
my
restaurant
mom
did
and
you guys
dad-
pick?
We went to La Grande Boucherie.
Ooh, that's a good one. when
Oh my
someone else
god,
is picking
the
up.
onion soup at La Grande Boucherie.
Okay,
is so
no more options, Alex, because I think I got this one.
Robert's like, stop
Like
talking.
verbatim.
What does it say?
The boucherie.
We always
We
put
always-
and our parents, his
Yes.
parents recently took us to La Grande
All right.
Boucherie.
You guys
So
are in the lead.
Yeah,
You're
thank
in your
you.
lead. Okay, let's go. Let's see if you guys can catch up.
All right. So Bernie's kind of a steak guy. man's man, big meal and stuff like that. So I think the restaurant would be Prime 112.
Okay. Good choice on Prime 112. By the way, Diego and I don't mind if somebody else is picking up the bill. It's all good.
Call Alex.
You know, Prime 112 is a good choice. I'd say it was my number 2. My number 1 choice when somebody else is paying the bills is, you ready? It's the jumbo stone crabs at Joe's.
Oh, it's going
That's
in.
a good choice.
Going in.
Yeah.
That is great.
Yeah.
Jumbo.
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 You know
No
what? We're
question
gonna call
about
my
it.
mom
guys.
and dad. We need my
It's all
mom and dad to
about-
take us to
Okay,
Joe's.
well,
game.
congratulations.
So it's 30 to 20.
They
right?
won. They won.
guys won.
That's
Congratulations.
right.
Thank God you guys won.
Yes.
I would have beat you guys.
That would have been
We're-
20.
I just gotta say one more thing about sushi. The sushi at 17 is really good
Yes,
as
kosher
well.
sushi.
The kosher sushi
Kosher
at
sushi.
17
Guys,
is amazing.
We are thrilled that you won, and what a relief.
Yes.
You guys get to continue as champions and continue to call yourselves the dynamic duo of Miami Beach. So congratulations.
Yeah.
Honor and a privilege. Thank you.
And
Some help from Brittany.
remember this. Remember
I'm just
this.
here.
Because we may have another couple to challenge you guys in the future, okay? As champions of Miami Beach Newlywed Game,
Yeah.
okay?
We have
All
to
right,
bring
guys.
back them with a real couple, another real couple.
There
Not
you
me
go.
and There we go.
All right. Okay, guys. Brittany, thank you so much for joining
My
us today. The
absolute pleasure.
hostess with the mostest.
Yeah.
All right, Brittany.
Right?
Thank you for having me.
All right, guys. I just thought before we end this thing,
What's
you guys
your
have the
favorite?
theme
I love it.
music.
Keep it going.
What's
Yeah.
Brittany's favorite restaurant, by the way?
Ooh.
What is that?
Tune in next time.
Next
on
week.
Miami Beach.
All right.
two.
Keep
All
us
right, guys,
suspensed.
What a good teaser.
before we wrap this thing up, thank you for joining us for this Newlywed Game. Let's talk about some manly stuff for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay? Come on.
That's my
Brittany.
cue.
Manly
That's my
stuff.
cue. Bye, guys.
Yeah, it's just going to be us guys. Guys, this weekend upcoming, one of the biggest events of the year, a Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, yeah.
We've got the Air and Sea Show, Alex Fernandez. The commission of Miami Beach changed the landscape, the climate of this entire weekend. How many years ago did they start this?
I mean, this predates my election. I played
Right.
a role with Spring Break, but I gotta tell you, the Air and Sea Show has been transformative for public safety,
Yep.
restoring people's quality of life, but above all, restoring patriotism,
Yeah.
bringing back the true meaning of Memorial Day,
So true.
and honoring those who have given their life in service of our great country. And it's such an honor to have the Air and Sea Show coming back another year in Miami Beach, and just seeing the regalia out there. It really, it just fills your heart. It gives you goosebumps when you hear the roaring of those engines flying over
Yeah.
you.
It's super cool. It's all day Saturday and Sunday. It's basically a free show if you just want to, like Diego, pull up a tent, go park yourself and your family over there on the beach and watch the planes fly by. It's really spectacular. If you're a Miami Beach City commissioner, you're probably invited to the VIP inside where they have some cocktails and some food. You can get there too. I'm not sure what it takes to get into VIP, but you can look it up under Air and Sea Show or Miami Beach or whatever. Get yourself, if you want to be inside, outside, the view's the same. Right,
The
Diego?
best spot is
Incredible
on the
event.
sand.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
best
on the
spot is
sand.
on
The
the
best
sand.
spot on the sand. I know
Yeah.
Diego's going to be pulling up a tent out
Yeah,
there, right?
pull a tent there, bring the family. We have a great time. We're there all day. We cross the street, go to the Clevelander or something, have a burger, come back. Excellent.
Wonderful. You know, Commissioner, thank you for bringing that up because, you know, we here in this country, we take these occasions like St. Patrick's Day and Cinco de Mayo to throw a party, you know, to get to drink alcohol, for another reason to party and eat and drink. And then when you take serious holidays like Memorial Day is commemorating the people that fought and died, you know, for us to have the freedom that we have today.
Ultimate
to use
sacrifice,
that as a weekend, another excuse like St. Patty's Day to get drunk and party is pretty horrible state of affairs.
And it reminds me of, you know, this past week we celebrated 20 de Mayo, Cubans' Independence Day. And it reminded me of how we need to keep on fighting for human rights in Cuba, a Cuba free of tyranny, but how much we have here in this country, thanks to the sacrifices of our parents and grandparents who came here, the land of the free, and to those men and women who have sacrificed it all with great bravery to protect the rights that we oftentimes take for granted, and we forget about those. And so, this weekend we'll be hearing the roaring engines of the air and sea show. But you know what? Let's just give thanks every time we hear one of those planes fly by, and give thanks for the United States of America, those sacrifices.
Amen.
And that's why we're here.
Amen. Gentlemen, on that note, I think we're going to end the show. Cheers again. Thank you guys
Cheers.
for joining us.
Thank you.
All right.
See you guys this weekend at the Air and Sea Show.
Absolutely.
Right?
We'll see you at the Air and Sea
Air
Show.
and Sea Show. It's free Saturday and Sunday. It's in between 8th and 12th Street. Something that's probably the
South
best
Beach.
view on South Beach. It's completely free.
Yep.
Bring the family. It's a great crowd.
All right. Thank you again for joining us. We'll see you guys next
Cheers,
week.
guys. See you next week.
Cheers.
Cheers.